कुछ देर सस्ताने के लिए ट्रक होटल पर रुके।
जब ये पाकिस्तान बन रहा था तो इसका नारा क्या था? पाकिस्तान का मतलब क्या? याद रखिए, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह इंसान को खैरत देता है। हम आपके सामने क्या हम कोई गुलाम हैं कि जो आप कहेंगे हम कर लें? पाकिस्तानियों, मेरी जान इतनी जरूरी नहीं जितनी आपकी आजादी इस मुल्क को जरूरत है। ये वक्त है मेरे पाकिस्तानियों, अपने मुस्तकबिल के लिए आप सबको निकलना है।
Imran Khan. A biography. Imran Ahmed Khan Niazi. Born on October 5, 1952. In Lahore, Pakistan. Rose to prominence in Pakistan and globally as a sportsman, philanthropist, and politician. Known as the charismatic captain who led Pakistan to its first ever Cricket World Cup victory in 1992. Imran Khan also became a towering figure in Pakistan's politics, ultimately serving as the Prime Minister of Pakistan from 2018 to 2022. His life story spans numerous facets, from sports and charity work to significant controversies and polarizing political influence. His journey from a sports hero to a political leader encapsulates the complexities of fame, public service, and enduring influence. Early life and family background. Imran Khan was born into a well-educated and respected Pashtun family belonging to the Niazi tribe of Mianwali, Pakistan. His father, Ikramullah Khan Niazi, was a civil engineer, while his mother, Shaukat Khanum, came from a prominent Pashtun family. Khan was the only son and grew up with 4 sisters, with whom he shared a close relationship. His family background and his parents' dedication to education played a crucial role in shaping his worldview. Growing up in a middle-class environment in Lahore, he experienced both the privileges and the challenges that would later inform his leadership style and political ideology. From an early age, Khan displayed a passion for sports, especially cricket, which he played in the open fields of Lahore. His childhood in a conservative yet supportive household allowed him the freedom to pursue his interests. The discipline he learned from his parents, coupled with his mother's deep sense of compassion, would later drive his commitment to philanthropy and social issues. Education and early interests. Imran Khan's educational journey began at Asim College in Lahore, an elite institution known for producing leaders in various fields. He later attended the Royal Grammar School in Worcester, United Kingdom, where he honed his skills in cricket. Khan then went on to study philosophy, politics, and economics at Keble College, Oxford, which would have a lasting impact on his thinking and future ambitions. His time at Oxford exposed him to a diverse group of students and intellectual debates, cultivating a sense of social responsibility and a desire for justice. Though he continued to play cricket throughout his education, he began developing an interest in issues beyond the sports field, including governance, economic policy, and societal challenges in Pakistan. The rise of a cricket legend. Khan's career in cricket began in earnest in 1971 when he made his debut for Pakistan's national team. His early years in the sport were marked by determination, resilience, and the spirit of sportsmanship that would eventually define his leadership on the field. He quickly established himself as one of the world's finest all-rounders, combining aggressive batting with skilled fast bowling. Khan's defining moment in cricket came in 1992 when he led the Pakistan national team to its first ever Cricket World Cup victory. His performance in the tournament, especially in the final match against England, remains etched in the memory of cricket fans worldwide. His aggressive captaincy, combined with a strong sense of unity and national pride, helped him inspire his teammates to achieve what seemed impossible. This victory catapulted him to the status of a national hero and laid the foundation for his future political career, as many Pakistanis saw him as a symbol of hope, resilience, and integrity. Philanthropy and the Shaukat Khanum Memorial Cancer Hospital. After retiring from cricket, Khan turned his attention to philanthropy. Inspired by the death of his mother, Shaukat Khanum, who had succumbed to cancer, he committed himself to building Pakistan's first cancer hospital. In 1994, he founded the Shaukat Khanum Memorial Cancer Hospital and Research Center in Lahore, fulfilling a promise to provide quality cancer treatment to Pakistanis regardless of their ability to pay. The hospital's establishment marked a turning point in healthcare for Pakistan, particularly for cancer treatment. Khan tirelessly raised funds, both domestically and internationally, appealing to Pakistanis' sense of solidarity. Today, the Shaukat Khanum Hospital remains one of Pakistan's premier cancer treatment facilities, with branches in other cities as well. Khan's work in healthcare earned him widespread admiration, positioning him as not only a sports hero but also a compassionate leader invested in public welfare, entry into politics and the formation of PTI. In 1996, Khan established his political party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI, which translates to the Pakistan Movement for Justice. The founding of PTI was driven by Khan's desire to combat corruption, nepotism, and inefficiency within Pakistan's political system. His early years in politics were fraught with challenges, as PTI struggled to gain traction in a political landscape dominated by established parties like the Pakistan People's Party, PPP, and Pakistan Muslim League, PMLN. Throughout the early 2000s, Khan's party remained a minor political force, often ridiculed for its limited influence. However, he persisted, advocating for anti-corruption measures, social justice, and reform. His message resonated with Pakistan's youth, who admired his honesty, nationalist stance, and commitment to change. By the 2013 elections, PTI had gained considerable popularity, especially in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where it formed a provincial government, prime ministership and political achievements. In the 2018 general elections, Khan's PTI emerged as the leading party, allowing him to take office as the 22nd Prime Minister of Pakistan. His campaign promised to establish a Naya Pakistan, New Pakistan, focusing on anti-corruption, healthcare, education reform, and economic development. During his tenure, Khan took several steps to improve governance, including digitizing government services and launching welfare programs such as the essa program, which aimed to provide financial aid to underprivileged families. Khan's government also faced significant challenges, particularly in the economic domain. Despite efforts to stabilize the economy, Pakistan faced persistent inflation and debt issues, leading to mixed reviews of his economic policies. His stance on foreign policy, especially his focus on regional relations with countries like India, Afghanistan, and China, was both praised and criticized. He advocated for a peaceful resolution to the Kashmir conflict and emphasized Pakistan's neutrality in regional conflicts, controversies and criticisms. Khan's career, both in sports and politics, has not been without controversy. In his political life, he has been criticized for his relationship with Pakistan's powerful military establishment, with opponents accusing him of benefiting from the military's support during his rise to power. Some also argue that his government failed to effectively address Pakistan's economic challenges, resulting in high inflation and unemployment. Khan has faced allegations of authoritarianism, particularly in his dealings with the media and opposition leaders. Under his administration, several journalists reported instances of censorship, raising concerns about press freedom in Pakistan. Additionally, Khan's political opponents have accused him of not delivering on his promise of transparency, especially regarding his party's finances. On the personal front, Khan's life has been the subject of intense media scrutiny, particularly his relationships and marriages. His first marriage, to British socialite Jemima Goldsmith, ended amicably but under public pressure due to political controversies. His second marriage to journalist Maryam Khan was short-lived and embroiled in scandal, with Maryam later publishing a memoir that was critical of Khan. In 2018, he married Bushra Bibi, a spiritual figure who has reportedly had a significant influence on his personal and political Decisions. Personal life and relationships. Khan's relationships have often made headlines, with his marriages and rumored affairs frequently discussed in both Pakistani and international media. His marriage to Jemima Goldsmith in 1995 was widely covered, partly because of the cultural differences and partly because Jemima, a British citizen, converted to Islam. They had 2 sons, Sulaiman Issa and Qasim Khan, who primarily live in the UK with their mother. Despite their divorce, Jemima and Imran have maintained a respectful relationship, with Jemima often defending him publicly. Khan's second marriage, to Maryam Khan, ended in controversy, with allegations and counter-allegations surrounding their brief relationship. In 2018, Khan married Bushra Bibi, a marriage that drew attention due to her spiritual background and the influence she is rumored to have over him. Bushra Bibi is known to avoid public appearances, preferring to maintain privacy, though her role as a confidant to Khan has been a topic of speculation. Achievements and recognition. Khan's impact on Pakistan and his contributions to various fields have earned him numerous awards and honors. As a cricketer, he remains celebrated as one of the world's greatest all-rounders and one of Pakistan's most successful sportsmen. His philanthropic work, especially through the Shaukat Khanum Memorial Cancer Hospital, has cemented his legacy as a humanitarian. The hospital and his other charity projects are credited with significantly improving healthcare access for low-income Pakistanis. In the realm of politics, despite his critics, Khan's tenure as Prime Minister marked a shift towards transparency and reform in some government sectors. His supporters see him as a leader committed to ending corruption and improving governance, though the results of his policies remain a subject of debate. Current status and influence. After being removed from office in 2022, following a no-confidence vote, Imran Khan has continued to be an influential figure in Pakistani politics. His public appearances, speeches, and social media presence indicate his intent to remain engaged in political discourse. He has voiced criticism of the current government and reiterated his commitment to his vision for Pakistan. Despite the controversies and challenges he has faced, Khan remains a prominent figure with a loyal following among Pakistan's youth, reflecting his enduring influence in the country's social and political landscape. Imran Khan's ouster and ongoing struggles. A detailed account. Since his removal as Prime Minister in 2022, Imran Khan, the former cricket legend and leader of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI), has faced a challenging period marked by political, legal, and personal struggles. His allegations of a foreign conspiracy and subsequent claims about corruption in Pakistan's political and judicial institutions have fueled widespread debate and intensified the divide within Pakistan's political landscape. This chapter in Imran Khan's life, including his contentious removal from office and the turbulent path he has navigated since, reflects the complexities of political power, international relations, and the challenges of reform in Pakistan. The 2022 no-confidence motion and alleged foreign interference. In April 2022, Imran Khan's term as Prime Minister came to an abrupt end following a no-confidence vote in Pakistan's National Assembly. Khan alleges that his removal was part of a larger conspiracy, citing the involvement of Donald Lu, a senior U.S. State Department official. According to Khan, a cipher or diplomatic communication suggested that the United States wanted him out of power due to his independent foreign policy stance, particularly his open criticism of Western interventions and his attempts to strengthen ties with countries like Russia and China. The timing of the vote, shortly after Khan's visit to Moscow, raised questions among his supporters and further fueled conspiracy theories. Khan has pointed to former Pakistan Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa as a key figure in this alleged plot. He claims that Bajwa, in collaboration with certain political elites and institutions, orchestrated his ouster. Critics argue that Khan's accusations lack concrete evidence and are designed to rally his base. Yet the narrative has found significant traction among his supporters, who view him as a victim of political engineering. The political landscape post-ouster and the role of PTI. After Khan's removal, Pakistan saw a swift shift in its political landscape. The coalition of opposition parties that had previously opposed Khan, including the Pakistan Muslim League, Nawaz, led by Nawaz Sharif, and the Pakistan People's Party led by Asif Ali Zardari, quickly formed a new government. This alliance of traditional political players, some of whom Khan had publicly criticized as corrupt, fueled his narrative of being a lone reformist leader battling entrenched corruption. Many of his supporters were disillusioned by what they perceived as a return to the old guard of Pakistani politics. Khan responded by mobilizing his base through large public rallies, advocating for real independence, and calling for early elections to resolve the political crisis. His speeches resonated widely, drawing tens of thousands of supporters across Pakistan who saw him as the embodiment of anti-corruption and reform. The momentum behind Khan's movement forced the new government to grapple with a groundswell of public opinion that, at least in part, appeared to favor his return to power. The allegations of election rigging in 2024. In the lead-up to the 2024 elections, Khan continued his advocacy for transparency and fairness in Pakistan's electoral process. PTI supporters claimed that despite widespread popular support, Khan and his party were unfairly targeted. Allegations of election rigging and interference from powerful institutions were prevalent, with accusations that the Election Commission and influential figures like Chief Justice Qazi Faiz, Essa played a role in altering election outcomes. Khan's political base was outraged, and mass protests erupted in response to what his supporters saw as a blatant disregard for democratic norms. According to PTI members, the Election Commission and judiciary, along with influential government figures, colluded to prevent Khan from regaining power, despite his alleged two-thirds majority win. For many of Khan's followers, this reinforced their belief that the establishment was determined to keep him out of office. Legal troubles and crackdown on PTI. Following the disputed 2024 elections, Khan faced an unprecedented legal crackdown. He was booked in over 200 cases, ranging from allegations of corruption to incitement and contempt of court. PTI leaders, members, and activists encountered widespread arrests, with thousands allegedly detained on various charges. Reports emerged of PTI workers being harassed, detained, and, in some cases, allegedly mistreated or subjected to violence. The crackdown has drawn international attention, with human rights organizations expressing concern over the treatment of political activists and the suppression of opposition voices in Pakistan. The Pakistan Army and Intelligence Agency, ISI, under the leadership of the current Army Chief, General Asim Munir, have been accused by Khan's supporters of being complicit in the crackdown on PTI. These accusations stem from the belief that the military establishment views Khan as a disruptive force that challenges their traditional role in Pakistan's governance. The military has historically held significant sway over Pakistan's political system, and Khan's allegations have deepened the ongoing tension between the civilian government and the military establishment. Imran Khan's imprisonment and family impact. The intensity of the crackdown reached a new height when Khan and several of his close family members were detained on charges that he and his supporters claim are politically motivated. This period has seen not only Khan but also PTI leaders and activists face legal repercussions that his supporters describe as part of an orchestrated attempt to silence the party. Khan's family, including his wife Bushra Bibi and other close relatives, have faced scrutiny and, in some cases, legal action. The wide-ranging impact on his family and associates reflects the extent of the state's response to his political influence. Khan's detention has not deterred his supporters, many of whom see him as a symbol of resistance against what they describe as systemic injustice and political manipulation. The role of media and censorship. Media coverage of Khan's legal battles and PTI suppression has been subject to extensive regulation and censorship. Numerous reports suggest that Pakistani media have faced pressure to limit coverage of Khan's protests and rallies. Journalists who report on Khan's allegations or provide favorable coverage of PTI have faced censorship, harassment, and, in some cases, legal action. This has drawn criticism from international observers, with concerns over press freedom and the role of media in a functioning democracy. Khan's supporters view this censorship as evidence of institutional collusion against him, arguing that the government and military are attempting to control the narrative and stifle dissent. They point to instances of media blackouts during PTI rallies and the detention of journalists as examples of this broader strategy. Public perception and international reactions. Khan's claims of a foreign conspiracy and his stance against alleged corruption within Pakistan's institutions have resonated with segments of the Pakistani diaspora and international observers. His supporters view him as a reformist leader who stands against corruption and advocates for Pakistan's sovereignty. However, his critics argue that his rhetoric is divisive, and his allegations lack substantive evidence. Internationally, reactions to Khan's ongoing situation have been mixed. While human rights organizations have voiced concerns over the treatment of political activists in Pakistan, governments have largely refrained from direct intervention in Pakistan's domestic affairs. The US State Department and other foreign entities have dismissed Khan's allegations of foreign interference, emphasizing respect for Pakistan's democratic processes. Imran Khan's legacy and future. Imran Khan's political journey is marked by the resilience and controversy that define his persona. Whether viewed as a reformist or a populist, his impact on Pakistan's political landscape is undeniable. The recent years, marked by his removal, legal battles, and allegations of election rigging, have transformed Khan from a sitting prime minister to a political symbol for millions of Pakistanis who seek change. As Khan remains entangled in legal struggles and faces continued resistance from Pakistan's establishment, his future in politics is uncertain. However, his supporters continue to rally behind him, viewing him as a beacon of resistance and the leader who stands for their vision of a Naya Pakistan. Regardless of the outcome, Imran Khan's legacy as a polarizing yet influential figure in Pakistan's history is cemented. His journey, from cricket legend to embattled political leader, reflects the ongoing challenges and complexities of Pakistan's political landscape.
आप बना गए राखा असीम दिलों पुलावना पुल के एक बाल दा आखा जेड़े खेत तुम ले न रोजी जेड़े खेत तुम ले न रोजी खेत ओ छड्डो बाल साडे पाक देश दी सारे जग विच किते न मिले मिसाल साडे पाक देश दी सारे जग विच किते न मिले मिसाल आओ सजाइए धरती दी आओ सजाइए धरती दी खून पसीने नाल।
आज अपनी कौम को कहना चाहता हूं कि ये वक्त आ गया कि हम ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह के ऊपर खड़े हो।